Welcome to Silicon Valley Asian Business Talk.
So Dr. Kanwal Rekhi, and welcome, and thank you for coming to talk to us. We really appreciate you spending time with us.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me, and it's my pleasure.
So Dr. Rekhi, why don't you kind of briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay. So I'm Kanwal Rekhi. Yeah, I've been here in the Valley since 1971. Hardcore engineer by training, IIT Bombay, and became an entrepreneur in 1982. Yeah, at the dawn of the PC revolution, networking revolution. We pioneered the computer networking. Our company was a pioneer in the computer networking, and so we drew with the networking. We were the sort of the foundational technologies for the internet, and went public in 1987. First Indian American to take company public in 87, and our company was eventually acquired by Novell. So I was at Novell for about 5 years, 6 years, and so retired in 1995 early on, and became active in the startup ecosystem, mentoring entrepreneurs, helped start TiE, and encourage Indian Americans to become entrepreneurs rather than job seekers. And I've been doing that now for 25, 27 years.
Discussion topic: Good mental states required by entrepreneurs.
These are very, very good advice as well, for even for people who want to pursue that. You may already touch on a lot of these kind of issues. What's your advice? Do you have other advice for young people who are excited or interested in pursuing entrepreneurship, beside these issues? Insightfully.
So entrepreneurship is not something you just do casually. You have to prepare. You have to prepare yourself. You have to start understanding what you're getting into. It's a very tough journey. It gets a lot tougher before it gets better. 2, 3, 4 years, right? Sometimes even longer. And so not only mentally prepared but physically prepared. Can I survive with the substandard salary for 3 years, 4 years? Can I? The mentally is very tough.
Mentally is tough.
Very tough. Because nobody believes in you, and in the beginning no results have been shown, and there's nothing to show for the time you're spending. People start to think you're wasting your time. Even your family, your mom, your dad start to feel why you'll be better off having a stable job someplace, right? Especially that's one of the problems Asian cultures have. They value stability. Over unstable, risky setup. Why can't you be a normal kid like everybody else and don't get a job? Why are you wasting your time and everybody's time? So there's no family support from that perspective. At least in my case there wasn't any. So you have to have this inner fortitude. You have to have some inner feedback. Why Then there's this point I made earlier about ever-changing environment.
Ever-changing environment, yeah.
What you saw yesterday as an opportunity may not be an opportunity today, because what happened in the marketplace today.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
So there is this constant reaffirmation. Am I still doing the right thing? Am I still doing the smart thing? What is that I need to see? To tell me that I'm on the right track. So the self-doubts are very urgent. Very
self-doubts, okay.
Because why do I think? I need to have answer for that one. Why do I think I'm not gonna make it? Why do I think I'm smarter than this guy? Why do I think I know much better than that? Why can I? this thing which happened today, this announcement by somebody else, how does that impact what I was doing, right? So you always have, but you don't want to have self-doubts which are paralyzing.
What does that mean, not paralyze you, but you still have doubts, or you still ask yourself a lot of questions?
Then you come back and say, yep, I know that's a risk I'm taking, and I chose to take that risk from the day one, and it got maybe a little bit worse, but it didn't become fatal. When you start to say, this risk has become fatal, that I get paralyzed, why would I do it now? But that's a healthy thing to do also if you realize that and correct course. But you cannot be doing things that you don't believe in anymore.
Correct. That's correct. Yeah.
So I always tell the entrepreneurs that you need to have affirmation of your idea, and you need to have confidence, but you need not become a fool when you have doubts to the point where you didn't believe in it anymore and still doing it.
So it's kind of a very interesting balance between believing or not believing your own dream.
Yeah. Which is the point I made earlier. It's a tough journey, and there's nobody else out there who can tell you.
Nobody else can tell you.
Because nobody has the right to tell you to put yourself through this hardship. And nobody else is telling you will help make you sustain that hardship. You have to sustain that hardship, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So it's a lonely journey. It's a very lonely journey.
Talking about basically, again, because you got such an extensive, successful entrepreneur career, have you encountered some kind of very tough decisions or tough moment, in your entrepreneurial career? If you, also, of course, the lessons from those very hard lessons, from hard moment or hard decisions.
Oh, yeah.
Can you share with us?
Yeah. So one thing I've learned, that you don't want to do these things with your family and friends.
Or don't do it with friends.
Yeah, because you lose your objectivity. You become tolerant of their mistakes and faults. You start to rationalize their lack of performance. This is a tough world. Everybody has to pull his weight. There's no friends. You don't want to get to the place where you're demotivating the good guy because you have a friend that you're favoring.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So my startup was done with a friend, and he turned out to be a dud.
Wow.
He turned out to be dud, and I felt trapped because I didn't like what he was doing, but he was family friend. Our children were playing together. Our wives knew each other. And so when the board finally decided that he was dead, he expected me to live with him. And we are friends. How can they fire me and you what? And that's when I said, no, they fired you for lack of performance. I still believe in the opportunity. I'm going to make it work. So I stayed back, and I made it work. But it was very tough. We haven't talked to each other.
Wow.
In almost 35, 36 years.
Oh, that's sort of personally painful.
Yeah, well, not anymore. He went on to fail several times. And I went on to succeed several times. Right? In the beginning, he kept saying, I stabbed in the back. Towards the end, you can't say that, right? Show me half a dozen success. It was very, but I've learned since then, when you start to do things with your family and friends, you're not very objective.
Yeah, that's very good advice. So that's a big thing.
Yeah, and also, you should know what you don't know.
What do you mean by that? What do you know, what you don't know?
You shouldn't start to make decisions where you have no good basis to make decisions.
Oh.
You should bring in the people. You should trust their judgment. And back to the point I made earlier, leadership, trust in the other people. It's a team effort. Yeah. So I didn't know how to sell. Yeah, I was a very good product person. I was, turned out I was a very good marketing guy also. Yeah, but I had a very good sales guy as a part of my team. And yeah, I trusted his judgment, and he turned out to be very good. So you should know that I am not the best in this area. I need to have somebody who's much better than me here. And yeah, so yeah, it's a eventually you need to get your ego and your other stuff out of it. You need to step out of it. And I mentioned this earlier. Why do I believe this thing? Why do I think I'm the best? Why do I, am I the best? Is it still the right thing to be doing? Yeah. So you need to have this reaffirmation of the faith all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
You get to the place where you have enough of a confidence, and the other people have enough of confidence. But I have learned also every situation is new. Yeah. Since I did the company, world has changed a lot. Younger people know technology a lot better than I will ever know now, right?
Yeah, I think that's fairly consistent with your advice mentioned earlier. Be humble and be aware that you cannot do everything. You need to rely on teams. Right?
Yeah. Humility is absolute requirement. When I talked about earlier, the traits that I look for to bet on leadership, intellectual honesty, humility is right there.
Yeah, there's all kind of related. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.